It's gonna be a cold start, Douglas. Whoops, we got the check engine lights on because of the cam. Never mind. The cam until it finally dies down. Usually when it gets a temperature you can start to hear it. Yeah, you can hear it a little bit. That's a little bit. Only got 129,000 on it. Believe it or not, we did go through almost pretty much the whole engine. And if you notice on the Monte Carlo SS's, they have a different instrument cluster, obviously. So you only have your tach, your speedo, your temperature, and your fuel gauge. Obviously, the check engine light's on because of the cam. It thinks it's misfiring when it's actually not. We have this little A-pillar gauge up here, which display the oil pressure because of, obviously it's not here. And before we took it apart, I had terrible oil pressure because the seal actually in the, some kind of pump, fucking spider webs, get out of here, boy. Get out of here, boy. The seal around it was broken, so it was like a vacuum leak pretty much. So yeah, back to good oil pressure. And it's all good to go. Bitch. I did have a red 2006 before this, but it was rocked. Had burn holes in the back seat. This bezel around this is all trash. This radio knob didn't even work very well for the radio. All the buttons on the steering wheel were like worn. The only one that's worn is really this and this one. There's a bit on this one back here, but not much. And surprisingly, with a cam, I don't beat on it too bad all the time. I beat on it, but not too bad. I get about 15.3 miles per gallon on this thing, which is, it's pretty damn good for a cammed V8 that I pretty much hit like over 3,500 or over every time I take off, almost every time. So yeah, I said I didn't know what it was called. It's the oil pressure gauge. So it was the oil pump that the seal was broken on, and obviously I was getting bad oil pressure, and that's really bad for the the lifter rods, because if you're not getting good oil pressure, things aren't getting oiled properly, and then you got metal contact, and then it's rocked. Good thing we got to it in time. If we wouldn't have, the whole engine would have probably taken a shit. So, all right, dogs.